good grinds, the world was theirs. And they four wheels would take them there until the cops came and said, there's no skating here. And so they kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. And the way they roll, just rebels without a cause with no place to go. And so they kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. So come roll with me, just a rebel, looking for a place to be. So let's kick, and push, yeah, and coast. Ha-ha, swing it.
My darling, I've been waiting for your company. My sugar, feels like you only come around for me.
It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
Well, it's a lot to ask a team to come back from down 2-0, but it's been done before, and I know they're not lacking in confidence, even in this tough situation, but it all starts with getting off to a good start in this one.
And when you're the team that holds the 2-0 edge in a 5-game series, you want to end the series right now.
Absolutely. Avoid any drama or doubt and finish the job.
It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. So just about set now. And on the hill today, George Kirby.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Jose Caballero leading things off and takes a strike. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. You just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
And up to the fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Bellinger's dad won a couple of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees. And there's a strike. In the 2023 season, Cody's dad, Clay, made a trip to Wrigley Field and sat in the right field bleachers to watch his son play. That's kind of cool. That one ripped. That's back there. Gone! He flexes his power with that swing. The Yankees score first. It's 2-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. high velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
Here comes Aaron Judge.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Swing and a ball popped up. Naylor. And there's one down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. Seeing plenty of left-handed bats in this lineup against a righty on the hill.
Yeah, they're looking to ambush, and you wonder if it's going to lead to a big game for them or not. Certainly, it's a nice boost of confidence to think you can get to that pitcher on the mound with all those lefties in the lineup, and with that extra split second they have to react. We'll see how it shakes out here.
Giancarlo Stanton, batting with one down, takes a strike. Righty delivers. That's off the inside corner. 2-1. 2 runs across in the inning here in Game 3 of this American League Division Series. That one not close. 3-1. There's a swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Man at first. Now it's going to be Trent Grisham. There's a strike.
0-1.
Stanton at first, one gone. Line drive, he brings it down. Nice play.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
And next for New York, Ben Rice. Rice launched a pair of homers in his last game. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
On the ground, right side. Polanco fires over to first. That's the third out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And it's 2-zip. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. Back in Seattle, today's starting pitcher, number 31. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Now it's the veteran outfielder, Victor Robles.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Nasty pitch right there. And that is strike one.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one and try to push runs across as often as possible.
The other way. Reaching down, makes the catch. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
J.P. Crawford in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. One out, base is empty. And foul ball. Fought off foul. The 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And they'll do it again. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. One down, base is empty. Struck him out looking.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on pitchers. The game goes on.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Josh Naylor. And that one upstairs, ball 1. And a foul ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. This one high in the air to left center. Grisham sizes this one up. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. Third game of the division series. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Kirby back to work. Chisholm matched a homer in his last game. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting it, the third baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. That's a strike.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
And it's even up. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone. Two down, bases empty. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. A little bit low. Wells went deep in his most recent game. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. This one chopped up the middle. Crawford slings to first, and the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back at T-Mobile Park, and the batter now, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 0-2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
That missed by a lot. Now 1-2. And down on strikes. 1 down.
That is it.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Slice down the right side. And the slider just misses. Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count. He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting 6, the catcher,
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times you talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
Fastball for a strike.
when you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And that's in for a strike.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 0-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Caballero. And that's the inning. One left for Seattle. They trail it here 2-0. Top half of the third inning. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jose Caballero. Caballero, 28 years old, and he was born in Panama. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
The shortstop takes the ball. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. On the ground to the left. Toss to Naylor. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
The batter, the designated hitter, Cody Bellinger.
One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. He's already homered here in this one. So Cody Bellinger went as a 4th-round pick by the Dodgers in the 2013 draft. How about this, though? His final year in high school, he hit just 1 home run. That's hard hit on the line. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
It's Aaron Judge now. First time up was a pop-out. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's a hit. Around first, heading for 2. Relay to second, in there safely.
Now batter, left fielder, Giancarlo.
Singy, that was a laser shot. And a good thing we have StatCast to give us the details.
Yeah, get out of the way on that one. That ball flew out of the box at 112 miles per hour. You talk about generating a ton of power in that swing. He did it with quick hands, good lower half, and just unloaded on that ball.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 3 of this American League Division Series. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike. Ground ball, Naylor. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Reaching down, makes the catch.
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Luke.
And now for Seattle, Luke Raley.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Popped up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
The right fielder, number 10, Victor Robles.
Back to the top of the lineup, and here is Victor Robles. He's 0 for 1. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
And now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Foul ball there. The 2-1. Check swing, called strike. Good job to fight that one off. Two down, nobody on. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
So 2 down. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swinging a foul straight back. Oh, 1 down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
The first baseman, number 12.
Here's Josh Naylor. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Right side, and it goes just foul. That one off the mark, and 1-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Two on, 2 outs. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. 2 outs. And that one missing low. So both runners should be on the move here on the full count pitch.
Yeah, this is a good chance to tie up this ball game. See if he can find some open grass in the outfield.
And that one in the air center field. Grisham is there, makes the catch. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Game 3 moves on to the 4th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Mariners nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton and set to lead off the 4th, Trent Grisham.